It was a sunny afternoon, and Officer Daniels was patrolling his usual beat in the suburbs. He had been with the force for over a decade, and often felt like he had the authority to do as he pleased. As he cruised along, he spotted an older black man driving an old sedan, wearing a plain shirt and glasses. For no good reason, Daniels decided to pull him over. The man rolled down his window, his expression calm, yet cautious. "Good afternoon, officer. Is there a problem?" Daniels smirked. "License and registration," he barked, barely glancing at the man. The man complied without hesitation, handing over the documents. Daniels didn't even bother to check them properly. Instead, he leaned against the car and looked the man up and down with disdain. "Where are you headed, old man?" Daniels asked, his tone sharp and dismissive. "Just heading home after visiting my daughter," the man replied softly. Daniels scoffed. "Sure you're not up to something? This isn't exactly the kind of neighborhood for someone like you." The man's jaw tightened slightly, but he remained composed. "Officer, is there a reason you stopped me?" he asked again, his voice steady but firm. Daniels leaned closer. "You look suspicious. That's reason enough. People like you always have something to hide," he said, his words dripping with prejudice. The man's eyes met Daniels, but he said nothing. After a few moments of unnecessary questioning, Daniels handed the documents back and let him go, muttering under his breath, "Trash." The man drove off without a word, leaving Daniels feeling smug and self-satisfied. Little did he know, his world was about to turn upside down. The very next morning, the precinct was buzzing with anticipation. A new supervisor was joining their department, and everyone was eager to make a good impression. Daniels, however, wasn't too concerned. He had been around long enough to feel untouchable. As the officers gathered in the briefing room, the captain walked in, followed by a familiar face. Daniels froze. It was him, the man he had pulled over just the day before. The captain introduced the new supervisor. "Everyone, this is Mr. James Carter, our new chief of police. He's bringing years of experience and leadership to our department. Let's give him a warm welcome." The room erupted in applause, but Daniels stood motionless, his face pale. James Carter's eyes scanned the room until they landed on Daniels. A flicker of recognition crossed his face, but he said nothing. Instead, he smiled warmly at the group. "Good morning, everyone," Carter began. "I'm looking forward to working with all of you. As your supervisor, I believe in respect, accountability, and fairness, values that every officer should uphold, both on and off duty." Daniels swallowed hard. The words hit him like a freight train. He wanted to disappear, but there was no escaping the reality of what he'd done. After the meeting, Carter approached Daniels. "Officer Daniels, isn't it?" Daniels stammered, "Yes, sir." Carter's expression was calm, but his eyes held a quiet strength. "We've met before, haven't we?" Daniels' heart pounded. He couldn't lie. "Yes, sir. Yesterday." Carter nodded. "I remember. It's always interesting how people show their true colors when they think no one's watching." Daniels opened his mouth to apologize, but Carter held up a hand. "Save it. What matters now is how you choose to move forward. Respect is earned, Officer Daniels. Let's see if you're up to it." With that, Carter walked away, leaving Daniels standing there, humbled and ashamed. The lesson was clear. You never know who you're dealing with, and treating others with dignity is not just a duty, it's the right thing to do. From that day forward, Daniels' attitude began to change. The encounter had shaken him to his core, forcing him to confront his prejudices. And as for Chief Carter, he continued to lead with integrity, earning the respect of everyone in the precinct, even Officer Daniels. What do you think about this story? Did it move you? Let us know in the comments below. What types of stories do you want to hear next? Dramatic encounters, tales of justice, or heartwarming transformations? Share your ideas in the comments. We're always listening. Don't forget to like this video if it touched your heart, subscribe to our channel for more stories like this, and hit that bell icon to never miss an upload. Your support means everything to us, and it inspires us to create meaningful content. Thank you for being a part of this journey.